Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Farzana Nazira, and I am from Spectrum International University College. Today, I am going to present the title of my article is The Women's Contribution in Smallholder Dairy Farming in Bangladesh, a Quantitative Analysis. And here is my short bio. Currently, I am serving as a program leader in Spectrum University, and I pursue my PhD degree from Lim Kok Wing University of Creative Technology in Malaysia. Introduction. Let's know about the women's contribution in dairy farming in Bangladesh. The rural families, especially, they are depending on the smallholder dairy farming, and this is their basically the main income. They comes from there, and these sectors mainly depends on the women's, and they are take care of the dairy animal welfare. They are cleaning them, feeding them, and all these things. But the women's contributions are often neglected in official statistics and the development plans despite their active participation. And this study basically highlighted the women's contribution in smallholder dairy farming and their women's efforts. Roles in household duties. The women are basically part of their daily activities. They have done a lot of things to help the smallholder dairy farming. They are daily animal care. Women engage in feeding, milking, and welfare tasks from the sunrise to night. And sometimes they took the decision making process, they took part in the decision making process. Women handle the daily tasks but have restricted input in technical and to the marketing decisions. And that dairy farming provides income control, labor market opportunities in rural women. Problem statement. Small scale dairy farming is an important part of the rural communities' incomes and the country's milk output in Bangladesh. Women do a lot of important things in farms like caring animals, feeding them, caring them, cleaning them, managing them, and all these things. But because there are not enough numbers of harder to make a law and support the system that are the fair for the both men and women in dairy farming. As a result, it is imperative to conduct a quantitative study that evaluates their highlights the various roles that women play in a small scale dairy production system, especially when it comes to animal welfare, the environment, feeding, hygiene, and sanitization, all of which are necessary for long term dairy production. So basically, this is the conceptual framework for this study. There are total 5 variables are there. The 4 is independent variables. They are animal welfare, environment, feeding, hygiene and sanitization, and the last one, the dependent variable is sustainable production. Hypothesis. There are 4 hypotheses are there. H1 indicates the relationship between the animal welfare and sustainable production. H2 indicates the significant relationship between environment and sustainable production, and H3 indicates the significant relationship between feeding and sustainable production. The last one indicates the hygiene and sanitization with the sustainable production. Research methodology and results. This study is basically focused on the cross-sectional quantitative method, and the survey approach is cross-sectional survey with the purpose is sampling of dairy farmers in Bangladesh, and the sample size, there are 50 smallholder dairy farmers are chosen for this study, and this is basically the location is Sirajgonj district and completed the structure questionnaire from there. And the variable measures the women's contribution, the variables are the feeding, animal welfare, hygiene, environment. Again is the sustainable production. And the last one is the analysis method. For the analysis part, it is completed by using the software Smart PLS. For used for the structural equational modeling for the testing of the relationship between the variables. The Hypothesis testing are basically shows the result of the analysis after the data collection. And here we can see that there are total hypotheses, 4 hypotheses. Among them, the 3 hypotheses is supported. That means under the threshold. And only one hypothesis, that is feeding with sustainable production, is rejected. That means not supported here. This which is not under the threshold. The threshold is 0.05. So all these 3 is under the threshold. Only one is not supported by the threshold. So this one. So basically, out of 4, 3 is supported and 1 is not supported here. Limitations of this study. There are many limitations are there, but I highlighted here the few limitations. The first one is the limited of the sample size due to the accessibility challenges in remote rural areas. The second one is some regions with significant dairy activity could not be included. Number 3 is one hypothesis did not show a positive correlation, suggesting the need for deeper exploration. And the most important one is the time and the resource constraints. In conclusion, we can say that women play a crucial but often unrecognized role in smallholder dairy farming. Their contributions to feeding, animal welfare, sanitization, and the environment are strongly linked to sustainable dairy production. Most variables show that the positive correlation with the sustainable production. Only except one, which is the feeding. We need the deep exploration for that one. And in recommendations, there are 4 recommendations are there. Number 1 is the future researcher can include the more districts and the larger sample size. Then the second one is develop a targeted program to empower women in dairy farming through the training and resources. Number 3 is improve the accessibility and data collection method in remote areas. And the last one is formulate the policies that formally recognize and support the women's contribution to sustainable dairy production. And that's all from all my side. Thank you. Thank you all.